We're back. We're back with more Amphorius. More Honkai Star Rail. Sorry. My man is sipping real fucking loud. Like sorry. It's it's great. It's fantastic. I keep getting distracted though. Hi. We're here. And I am ready. Sorry it took me so long to get back to this. I have been fucking exhausted. Being an adult was hard.
Just shout for me when you need my help.
Okay, ma'am. Go, ma'am.
Got it. Just leave it to me.
Ooh. Whoa.
Mem did it.
The pink squirrel is very smart.
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Twin Moon's Embrace. Huh.
Aren't I a good fit for Orynyx's priest?
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever.
Huh. Look at all these butterflies.
The alchemical matrix should be behind this door.
The magic is happening.
Is
It's
that...
Trianne.
Wow, there are so many of you. It's little Cass and little Gray. Oh, there's also little D and the pink puppy.
Nobody can ever call her the right thing.
Trianne? Aren't you?
Trianne at my day, I get it now.
Get what? I'm getting even more confused.
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Souls.
It really works like this. Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trianne.
Yup, you're right. Trianne already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trianne believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Netherrealm. So, Trianne has been standing here, at this spot closest to the world of the living, and waiting for little Cass.
Oh.
Oh,
It's like, meanwhile, my day is like, it
It must
sounds like
have
he's in
been-
a lot of pain.
very tough for you.
But according to what Trianne said, we're almost at the entrance of the Netherrealm. Trianne promised Trevi and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trianne would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you. So, little Cass, don't cry. Please, accept this.
What is it?
We finally finished it.
Oh, it's so cute.
This
God,
is
look at
what Lady
Anaxa with
Trevi
gun.
once mentioned. The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
Mighty with the lion stuff.
Holy Maiden of Janus. Even when separated by life and death, their thoughts are still connected.
There's a trailblazer with the bat.
Trianne spent a lot of time drawing this. Trianne hopes that little Cass likes it.
Seriously. It's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trianne.
This is our flame chase journey.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Trevi has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey.
Sure,
But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now. Because everyone is here with you in this flame chase journey.
Oh man. They really do want you to be sad, don't they?
That's right.
For reals. A
Only
heartwarming
now,
story.
when I see Lady
Kiss my
Trian's
ass.
gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey. It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else. The first time I went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaia. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treeby, Lady Trian, and Lady Trinan. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacinth. The first time I took care of Dromesis with the Trailblazer. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible, it feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
Then, shall we take one now?
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the world of the living.
I thought so too.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Because it was made by somebody you care about.
Little Cass smiled. Treeby, Trinan, and Trian's wishes finally come true!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mrs. Life.
Oh, there's Cypher in the background.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
With a blinding smile, Trian's golden form disappears into a thin fog of Styxia's moonlight night.
Lady Trian.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living.
I love you. I love you, Mightimos. Can you find your way out? Don't you want to know the truth behind Thanatos? Can you find your way out?
I have broken free from the chains of death countless times. This time will be no different.
Oh, good, they didn't kill him. I was gonna say, if they kill Mightymost, I'm gonna have to stop playing this game forever.
Will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I think she's pretty determined to do so. Oh, she's still
I
wavering?
have yet to make my decision, Lord Mighty.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting. I will continue to fight till I die. Then rise from death. Till the miracle descends.
Mighty's my goat. Goated. This man, goated.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death in the next cycle, becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
You know, he knew what he was getting into.
Do you have a strategy to shatter the shackles of our fate?
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters.
There's no word for regrets in the Cronoan language?
What little you can.
Oh, okay.
And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
That's just what he's going to do until he can no
Thank
longer.
you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
That's why he's the best boy.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Georios' earth, Kethali's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorus, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me. However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
The past?
Oh yeah, I'm scratching my head
I saw the
too.
twins of death in Kethali's memory, and now I am certain that I was one of them. The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
You mean Pollux?
Yeah.
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
But Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs?
I did when I was collecting the souls. You sighed many times on the way here.
I heard them too. So what are those?
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death. They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life. Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm, even after their fall. Quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life.
So instead of picking up objects on the way here...
We were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy.
Yeah, you can't
The true
control it.
outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation. Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia. Lady Trienne has already drawn a picture of my entire life, and it is now in my hands.
Trienne's hand-drawn picture. Damn. Walking on the chains of the old space-time, you look up at the night sky. 115, okay. I'm at like 51 pulls, I think, now, for Anaxa.
Then, let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the River of Souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
Okay.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead. But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
And now she stands before you.
Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did.
Okay.
From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the Era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
Eternal life isn't all it's cracked up to be, is it?
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death isn't necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Casterus?
Please enlighten me, Lady Almanette. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us.
Okay.
But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world can be revisited endlessly. And every bond formed carried no risk of being severed. The so-called Era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side,
I wouldn't think so.
but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Yeah, because like I said, eternal life is kind of boring, I would think, to some. To most,
Therefore,
honestly.
death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Amunet.
I hope so.
Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother. I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle.
I do think some of her methods were bad, but yeah, she was
My
trying to help
teacher,
casters.
Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
Why is their head stuck in the egg? Egg why?
That which is seized must be repaid.
When an ally target's HP is reduced, accumulates Desperate Bubble. Upon reaching a limit, remove damage mitigation and enter enhanced state.
It's of no consequence.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone?
I don't think
Or
so.
will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
I think so.
To guard and defend. Crush them! Powerful enemy. Time to change tactics. The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Burn it all!
Abyss flower, bloom.
I can't die. Kremnos, stream forth, dying soul. Face me. I allow you to accept your punishment.
I allow you? Look at this guy.
Burn it all.
Look at this guy. Whoa, okay.
I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Allow me to see you off.
Goddamn, okay. I mean, he can die, it's
Receive
fine.
divinity.
I will overcome the thorns.
Wait.
In this mortal form, I will walk with you, watch over you, and guide you on your path. Torment and doubt, I bid you farewell.
Forever doomed.
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Burn it all.
Okay.
Eternal sleep is not
The dead will return.
Serenity stands clear before me.
This feels like this takes 15 years
Forever doomed.
compared, you know, to fast speed. But also, like,
There's no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace.
it's so weird. Mighty Most does not give me fucking motion
It's me.
sickness.
I'm back.
Like some of the others do when they're in regular speed.
I underestimated you.
It's probably because his animations are
Abyss flower,
intentionally
bloom.
very slow.
That which is seized must be repaid.
This battle is The time is now. Lend me your strength.
Like that made me dizzy.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Burn it all. Fury upon you.
Him? Nah. That would make me dizzy. That's crazy.
Be careful. They may be moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Eternal sleep is not the
dead will return.
Torment and doubt, I bid you farewell.
Forever doomed.
You can't do it. Mighty Most is the only one I can look at
Lend me your strength.
without wanting to fucking barf.
Burn it all.
I'll see you off.
I'm dead ass and I fucking hate it.
Receive divinity.
I can't die, but this
Mortal, I will watch over you and guide you on your path. Serenity is before me.
dying soul now accepts your punishment.
Please. Don't turn back to the Nether Realm.
Why not? It's not that bad, is it?
Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
Yo, she blew it up.
I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now.
Great, let's go. We won't have to go into the egg, right?
They may look scary, but as long...
What's happening?
What's wrong?
I feel dizzy. I think I'm done for.
Are you...
What's wrong with her?
Her time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
No regrets. Take your time. I can still hold out. I'll go too. Let's see who gets to Netherrealm first.
It's a deal then. Please. Wait for me.
Will do. I'll stay right here. I won't go anywhere. Oh, you sit in your little dinghy, eager to hear my song and follow closely behind. Venture not with me into the vast sea, for perhaps without seeing me, you'll lose your way in the ocean. The ocean I cross has never been sailed by anyone.
After all that, you still ended up back here.
That's Polixia. It's beautiful.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Polixia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, You must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphorius. You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
So even if it doesn't have the same, the person does not have
Can
the
you
same
tell me
memories.
about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia?
Where should I begin?
It's the same soul, different memories, so.
I suppose we can start from the beginning.
What beginning?
A long, long time ago,
Okay.
there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason? was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the Hand of Shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
I would say so.
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw.
Girl,
It's been far too long.
just trying to prevent that. And
I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again. But more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to her, and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. As long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
Of course. What is it?
Please, don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms, just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus. Casterus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
At the same time in Akuma, I'm a little teary, but I'm not crying.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand.
Literally... I'm in pain, emotionally, from fucking
When
Amphorius.
this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet?
Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
There's no reason to.
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words.
Nope, that's an Axa for you.
Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end.
Oh.
Remember what happened on the Holy
Castorus.
Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nicodor and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, an Exagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world.
Oh god, in front
Come,
of...
let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
This is the sky is false. This is the sky is false scene. Like, they already showed it to us in the fucking trailer for this. Oh god. Dream bubble and slumber. Oh. It's fine. There's a puzzle there? Oh, okay, I see it. Oh boy. I bet you, Aglaya's gonna be so
Fine.
thrilled with the Naxa.
So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Of course they are. He's the deliverer. Deliverer.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an
I like how he said
assembly
prof
like this?
instead of professor.
Akuma has stood
He's so
strong under
casual.
this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
No, he too smart.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate.
Oh
if
no!
I
How long
recall.
did he? How did he fail? How many times did he fail?
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium.
Finan's a jock. You can't help
So,
it.
do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about.
Damn, he bonking you on the
You
book
still have
metaphorically,
time.
on the head with the book
So give it some
metaphorically.
thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Cersei safeguard your thoughts.
Oh boy. He said, "Snap out of it, bitch. You gotta debate me." Wait. Oops. I walked past it. Lord Anaxa, you're finally here. The speaker for the assembly will be taking the stage soon. The resolution will be passed after that. Lady Canis has reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show it to you? Lead the way. Alright, this way, please.
I actually don't necessarily mind things remaining the way they are. Whatever you say. I'm a little nervous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yo, they whispering.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you
Yeah?
Finan of Ides Elysiae,
Oh, why is it not on auto
virtuous
again?
citizen of Akima, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness? I actually don't necessarily mind things remaining the way they are. Whatever you say.
It's the same audio loop, I think.
Carefully above. Dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. And your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Aedes Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family.
He's having a breakdown.
How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't. Because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more.
Don't start crying on me.
I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last.
Oh, there's Aglaya. I wasn't even paying attention to her.
Teacher,
I was reading. It was on the
risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword.
Oh, God, the trauma dump.
Why, Fina? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more, but
as long as the black tide exists, there's nothing.
Much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akima still a picture of peace?
It just hasn't gotten here yet, you dumbass.
Exactly! The city of Akima shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No. This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akima from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear.
It's like that
Council
bitch.
of Elders claims that Aglaia will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akama away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you.
Do it, Fina. Do it.
It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
Hey, don't insult him.
It is true that Aglaia has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil.
Don't be mad at him, he's right.
These vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows.
Why are you booing me?
Not
I'm right.
once has she ever failed Akama. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akama. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power?
Yo, Finon's the goat here. What the hell?
No matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaia, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Absolutely right. This race was scarce. If only our best interests in mind. I still don't understand it. I'll never believe these heroes are always have to end.
She was right to let him do it. And up where representative leaders of different cities of Aqua throw pieces of pottery into the Dolium.
At the present time, on the scales of Talenton, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
Why not? Because why not? Because why not?
As
Because why
expected.
fucking not, right?
This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote.
God.
Lord Anaxagoras.
Why is he the last vote?
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
Is it just you?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
Why
I
him?
have long since made a decision.
Oh God, what is he gonna do?
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
We already know Lygus wants him to throw everything into chaos. Oh no.
Who will he vote for? Is cast. Talk about a grand entrance.
Why is Anaxa the last man standing? That's it.
Always the performer.
Yes, he is. This man, actor. Everybody's curious.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience.
That smile.
On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote.
But not before I do something stupid first. Here, watch.
Before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
I don't know, what are you about to do? Ugh! This man always stirring the fucking pot. Look at him. Look at that smug ass bastard.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Anaxagoras, let him do it. Let him do what he wants.
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2.
Angie.
Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
Your vote. Cast your vote. Cast your vote.
Oh god. He's gonna do something stupid.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
I think yes, actually.
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great
This
things.
is old teacher, isn't it?
Teacher.
Yes, I remembered.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
Bro, what is that? What is that?
Respect you immensely, sir. But...
you cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled.
shocked by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the Sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
This 7-Up tropical is pretty good.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Sorry, I'm
Silence!
thirsty.
Silence, everyone!
Oh God, here we go.
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Here it goes. Here we go. Here comes this big fucking...
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Oh boy.
Thank you, Castorus. The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase Journey and nothing else.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of him. I love him.
I have deciphered the truth of this world.
Oh, this though. He's insane.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By carefully enter Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
No! Ligus, you can't!
Oh, he can! Shut the fuck up.
Anaxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind?
Did you hear him laugh? He did. Very clearly.
I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
I told you he's not a
Put
villain.
on such a grand performance, just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey.
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
Oh.
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you.
Is now you gonna say the sky is fake? Now? Is it now?
By your leave, Lord Lycus.
Now?
Interesting.
This guy is like so excited.
Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
Absolute flame chase journey. Do you think he'll continue? I don't know.
So apropos.
Frankly, still.
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
Yeah, of course.
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kephalli's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course not!
Not even for a second. No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
Dude.
So.
And Axe is
no
such
one?
a fucking wise ass.
I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this.
He knows exactly what
Your
the
speech
answer
was
is.
filled with such passion.
It's
just
hopeful, but nobody can promise
How confident,
anything.
Then, are you in making this promise?
Well, I guess is the creeper in every
Professor,
scene.
what
no
are
matter
you
what
doing?
he says.
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture.
Oh no.
Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare.
He knows he's gonna throw shit into
Everything
chaos.
that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kephalli, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the
Oh, okay.
Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kephalli's protection shall step into that new world.
This is pure blasphemy!
No, but it's true. course nobody knows that.
Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me.
He'll cut your head off, Jesus.
But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
Man, this man's cooking.
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akuma.
I don't know what he's cooking, but man, is he fucking cooking. I mean, I didn't know. Now I know. Man, this man is fucking cooking, but he's probably cooking something else. I am so... What are you doing?
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
Yeah, he fucking hates you, bitch.
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight.
It's the confidence in you that will disappear.
Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You.
Yeah, he hates you, because you're a bitch.
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akuma's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this permitted? Somebody do something. This is how we're supposed to go.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akuma's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Akuma and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akuma is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Yes! That's what we deserve! Agreed!
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Jesus! Yo! Chill! Hold on! Wait, hold on! Wait, hold on! Wait, hold on! Wait, no, wait, hold on! Take it back a bit, dude! That's insane!
Professor.
Anyway, he was already a fucking dead man, he knew it. They've been hinting at this the whole time, so I'm not really upset. It's not as upset as I would be if somebody else fucking died, to be honest with you. Because he's been this whole time being like, ha ha ha, I'm a dead man already. Lols.
Let him die! Let him die!
Though, the citizens need to fucking chill, Jesus.
Let him die! 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 Let him die!
How long
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
It's like, how long am I gonna listen to this bullshit?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die!
She doesn't want to do it.
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantan on high, may you bring death upon him.
The people of Akuma are fucking insane. A sea of flowers. What is this place? Kestrus!
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castrus while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
It's a beautiful place. Mom, I made it! My character arc is finally done!
Every departed soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos themselves. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Emphorius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
You have my word. You're not going back? But at what cost?
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the Flame Chase journey. And for your life, the only life I can save.
I'll do my best.
I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
Keep moving forward and don't look back. Keep going. The Express is right here with you.
I believe in you.
Just forget about all the hardships of the mortal realm.
One day our paths will cross again.
Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow!
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Almost there. Finally. Thank you, Gastris. Since I've already made it to the end, maybe we can have one last glance at the Sea of Flowers. Don't turn on keep. Oh wow. I don't think I have a choice. Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite with the warmth of the sunlight. Huh? What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain.
Over here, friend!
Take my hand! Let's go home.
Goodbye, Netherrealm. Hello again, Mortal Realm. Don't let's go home, me. Let the trailblazing continue. I'm back.
At last. I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Orynyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own?
I think it's the Stellaron.
It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky so familiar to you that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is a riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
Presently in Akuma.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you
crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent? You're insane.
So are you, buddy.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Finan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Finan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Glaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
Or flame of death, okay. This is where you said to go, right? Or should I have waited till after that? Ooh, treasure chest.
Take it. And buy some new armor for your tribe.
Yeah, I think I need to wait, right? This is where I fought the dragon. I don't see this guy. You just visited the world of the dead and experienced parting, didn't you, Eep? Do you smell the fragrance of flowers in the air? That's the scent of Antilia flowers. This soothing scent reminds me of it's time to leave, Eep. Our footsteps always linger on lands where beauty once lived sorrowfully, reminding us that such beauty does not belong to the mortal world. Goodbye, little friend. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Twin moons are still there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Oh. It's one of those memory gems.
A wild wind carries with it the scent of rust.
Yes, thank you.
I'm gladdened by your triumphant return.
Nope.
But I don't see Castris among your number.
Yeah, funny story about that.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She finally understood her origins and completed her trial. I believe she'll always be at our side.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Trinan, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Let the ceremony begin.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. She is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in her good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans,
pillars of the world,
we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us...
Oops, I repeated the wrong thing.
Surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Goodbye. Oh, surrender the core flame. Well, it's not... Oh, man. Goodbye, casters.
A constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look! It's...
Is that Casterus?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Casterus... No. The Titan. They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Of course. Never dream of it, Professor.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Salute him in the same way. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Oh, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it.
She has the
What
reason,
is it?
Titan.
Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Oh my.
But, since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead. Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
He just like,
Thankfully, she's still alive.
he just exploded.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Her condition was very similar. It's just that at the time, the Express didn't have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition. Jesus, I can't
But
speak.
she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
And when March awakened from ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again. Can you share with us your hypothesis?
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
Hijacked?
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
I'm not a biologist, but I hear there's a species of fish on Vonwalk that has memory span less than a second. It forgets anything that occurs in the very next instant. Perhaps something similar will happen?
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness.
Nothingness?
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
Miss Black Swan, there's only one thing that I haven't looked into deeply until now. You've guided us to Amphorius, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer.
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
I mean no offense, I'm merely speculating, but I anticipate your honesty, if possible.
In other words,
appreciate.
Now is the time for me to prove my innocence.
Yeah, probably.
That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden, with
extremist views. It is a perfect example.
Perfect example.
A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Emphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
So, the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to this star zone is just to uncover the secrets and foil the plans of these people?
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts.
Remodeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple Pathstriders. Do they wield the power of emanators?
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
Could they be the ones that hijacked March 7th's memories?
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th, but the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Emphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
What did you just feel? Has something changed?
It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Emphorius.
Because of an AXA?
Oh, how interesting.
Wait, before we go on with this, I have to piss. Hold on. I'll be right back. I can't believe this. Okay, hold on, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I took my piss. Also, I don't like how an axe says, like, I will sow the seeds of suspicion. I'm scared.
I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head.
What?
What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
Probably talking about March.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
Yes, Sunday. Sorry.
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
I mean...
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional.
Okay.
Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal.
That's right, the one she dropped in the mirror
Not only does
originally.
this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
Okay.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
You what now?
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did.
Okay.
See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room.
Oh.
But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
Of course it is.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Sunday, please.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates.
Okay.
Then, sit back and enjoy the show.
Well, shares Astral Express's coordinates with the Herta. Okay.
All right. Now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
I love Sunday. Have I told you how much I love Sunday? Mr. Sunday. He's fantastic. Like, what do you
Madam, watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine that an outstanding scholar like you could maintain such a relaxed manner most of the time. Your calm and collected nature is truly a trait that I should learn.
Yeah, probably.
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky?
Because he's used to flattering people. Because he has to. Okay, well, what you got to say to me?
Thank you, Madam Herta. Companions are the lifeblood of the Astral Express. When things are settled, we will repay you for all your help.
Well, this young man sure is courteous.
Yeah. We love Welt. Well, that's my grandfather.
First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Thanks, first mirror. Second mirror?
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over.
Oh.
This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herda.
You better not, second mirror. We're counting on you. Third mirror?
Third mirror. You're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herda. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
Yeah, except for the Trailblazers.
As you wish.
Get fourth mirror. Wait, fourth mirror doesn't have a job?
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body, Amphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphorius? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power.
Interesting.
What a magnificent sight. Is this the entrance to Amphorius? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in.
Okay, so we got the Titan can.
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
Okay, Herta. There's the Trailblazers.
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
Aren't I already? Okay, and the Flame Reaver.
What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius?
Good question. Oh, wait. An accident is going to cause all these problems just by that one action alone.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Okay, how do you... What? How do you know?
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
Wait, how do you... What?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address...
Are you a memo keeper?
You can use my common alias. Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
I think he's a memo keeper.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a Watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge.
He has to be.
But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus.
Which, this brings us back to the point of the Mr. Rekka thing, where everyone, except for Black Swan, it seems, all the memo keepers are completely insane. Complete weirdos. Okay? And that's fine, you could be weird. But the statement stands, okay? I was right. All the memo keepers are kind of little freaks, alright?
How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you.
Then start with one of them.
After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that, in the worst-case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Okay. That might be worse if he's an emanator of erudition. What the hell have we got ourselves into?
Oh. No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of.
Okay.
The destruction.
Ha! I knew it!
So, if you ignore my warnings...
What did I say?
And persist in your ways...
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say at the beginning? 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 What did I fucking say? That's fucking right. It was gonna be the destruction. Fucking... I'm too fucking smart. Can't fucking believe this.
You will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager.
Oh, God.
And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Of course, a fucking creep happens to be, you know, the one with the most information on every fucking thing. Right? That's right, I can do that now. That's not what I want to do right now, though. I want to go back to... here. I want to go back to here. And of course it all comes back to the fucking destruction, doesn't it? Then is the Flame Reaver just a fucking part of the Antimatter Legion? Is that why nobody can get rid of him? Oh, for fuck's sake. The Tower of Styxia, the crumbling walls, the twin moons pouring down their radiant light, and the blooming of Antilia. With Oryx's miracle, this place appears utterly deserted. Perhaps the memories of this place require no Titan's power. They belong solely to you and her from that time. You remember, right here, how she revived ancient alchemy and summoned the broken corpse of Netherwing from the River of Souls. You remember her, here, riding Netherwing down the River of Souls, returning to the Netherrealm to claim the authority of Thanatos, and gently pushing you back to the world of the living. You remember her, here, stepping out from the moonlight to embrace you, the warmth, the sweet scent, the whispered words by your ear, all so vivid. She finally got the embrace she had always wanted. After that, she returned to where she belonged, to fulfill the duties she was destined to complete. She left you a small garden, a testament that moment wasn't a fleeting dream, but a true memory. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn another realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it is proof that I once lived. Castros brushed against the petals with a motion gentler than the faintest breeze. The flower swayed ever so slightly. She once borrowed your warmth. Motherfucking... Can't believe you oh, it's another one. Can't believe you fucking did that to me. Ah! All done. But I feel like something's still missing. This looks amazing. But isn't it missing those two friends from beyond the sky that you mentioned before? Oh, you're right. That was close. Let us think. How about adding them in the corner of the painting? Little Gray and Danny are such good people. They definitely wouldn't blame us. Being all alone in the Netherrealm makes it feel like we've forgotten so much. It's such a bad feeling. Luckily, you're here to keep us company. When telling you stories, we recall so many past experiences. I wandered this place for so long, and I've forgotten literally everything about my life before. The only thing I remember is a promise I made to someone dear to me. See you tomorrow. Really? That's our favorite goodbye. Every time we part ways, we should say, see you tomorrow. Yes. See you tomorrow. What a beautiful wish. Perhaps it's time to say goodbye, Trian. I'd like to wander around some more. Guess it'll help me recall more things. Alright, we will sit here and wait for little Cass. While looking at this painting, we won't forget our friends. Farewell, Trian. Thank you for keeping me company for so long. It's us who should thank you. You're so gentle reminding us of our mom. See you tomorrow. May we reunite on the fragrant shores of the western wind. Oh, shit, no. No, wait. I want to get past this. No, I've already read this. No, I've already read this. No, I've already read this. I wonder who Mortis is. Or if she's from the same place as Shrevey and the others. Oh, I'm pretty sure Lord Ravager is referring to as the one he's worried, and is the one that he's worried about. Herta waking up is the one that can mess with technology. You'd be able to wipe out most of the universe if, like, yeah, that's true. They do thrive on so much technology in the future. Future. Like, you know, Squidward from that one SpongeBob episode. And there is our obligatory SpongeBob reference of the day. How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about Amphorius? Huh? How are we feeling about Amphorius? My brain hurts, actually. To the point where I can't believe, right? Can't believe. That I was right about the third path, first of all. Second of all... Wait, this... Okay, so I'm not crazy, right? Sorry, that was the other thing. I'm not crazy. How worried you were that Mighty was dead? Yes, I was afraid that Mighty was actually gonna die. And then I would have to stop playing the game. Okay? I would have to stop. There would be no more Honkai Star Rail. Because they killed my man. Alright? Anaxa already was like, I'm dead. So I expected that he would fucking disappear at the end of this. Why? He's been dead the whole time. So why would, you know, why would there be saving him? Because it's different from somebody who's been alive the whole time and then just dies, you know? Anaxa's been dead since we met him. So I anticipated that he was not going to survive. And honestly, it would not be in his character to ask to be helped or saved in that way. Am I happy about it? I'm not as hurt as I would be because I expected it, you know? I'm not super happy about it because I love Anaxa, Mr. Anaxagoras, but it is what it is. We're still not sure about Mem, though. But I mean, it's not, the story's not over, so we have time. My brain just hurts. It's like, Castris isn't gone, but she's not with us anymore, which gives me mixed feelings. Like, I'm glad, like, you could argue that she, like, you know, died, air quotes, but actually she just took over the authority of Thanatos, so she's not dead. But she's gonna stay in the afterlife, which kind of sucks because I really like her. Obviously, I made the joke that she was my wife of the afterlife. So I'm kind of sad about that. Yeah. We watched, yeah, we did, we'd have lost one each patch. Which means, considering the flags that were being raised here, that, Aglaya's the next to go. Which they've been fucking talking about forever because she's like, oh, she lost her humanity. Oh, she has no humanity left. Basically, they've been being like, watch out, this one's next, this one's gonna die. Like, could you stop being so obvious about it? I'm gonna roll up the newspaper and like bonk them on the head. Stop it! Stop killing them. Those are my friends. Leave them alone. But considering they have been teasing that since the beginning, I'm not that worried. Like, I'm not gonna be that upset when it happens to Aglaya. I already expect it. You know? I don't consider Castress a death because she took over the authority. You know? She just won't be part of the story anymore. It's the same. I never said that, first of all. Okay? Second of all, yeah. No, Finon's gonna do... Finon is... Not us, but you know, people who have said... Okay. Characters... They do die. And I've known that because I've known about the Honkai Impact storyline, even if I haven't played that game to fully through the first part, but I'm aware of a lot of the things that happen in it, so I know they will do it. It's just that I'm attached to these characters and I hope they don't do it. But the problem is that they will do it, and I'm aware that they will do it, and that's why I'm scared. That's why in Panaconi I almost had a heart attack over Aventurine. Like, I almost died right there. That would have been it. No more trash. No more trash god. I would have been dead if they killed Aventurine. I would have exploded on sight. On sight. Poof. Burst into flames. It'd be a flaming trash can. Okay, it would have been a flaming trash can. On stream. No cap. On God. Whatever. Whatever you kids say these days. You can annoy Travis then. No, I think Anaxa will be like, haha, that's funny. Aglaya will be like, the fuck, dude? But she also might anticipate something, because she knows the prophecy. Like, her and Treeby know the prophecy, so I don't exactly... Actually, oh, look at all this fucking money I have. What the hell? Oh, look at that. I can get some more. Anaxa! 53 for Mr. Anaxa. Professor Anaxa. Mr. Anaxagoras. No! I don't want to be a zombie. Zombies suck. Okay? They're just rotting flesh. Don't do that. I don't want to be a walking zombie. Okay? That will be in my will, okay? My will say, do not resurrect as a zombie. No. I'm not pulling anymore. I got her and her light cone, okay? Okay, well, we can do vampire. Vampire is okay. We're not doing zombie, though. Also, I think it's very ironic that Black Swan was being like, haha, what happens when a person loses their... You can't remember things. Because if you didn't read her character story, which I know, I don't, you know, some of you don't own her, her mother, like, suffered from probably, like, Alzheimer's or something, that ate away at her brain because she forgot who she was and who Black Swan was and everything, which is a part of the reason why Black Swan became a memo keeper, because she saw the deterioration of her mother. Vampires are not rotting flesh, and also have some kind of magical power, or like some magical immortality. That's the difference between like zombies and vampires, because vampires, though they can go down, are more powerful, while zombies are literally like, they're like flesh ragdolls, you know? You're just kind of like, if you hit them hard enough, they go down forever, okay? I'm not gonna be some rotting zombie that just goes, and like gets smacked by a golf club and I'm out of the game for the rest of eternity. No. There's a friend of mine. There's a friend of mine that I talked to on the note of can Hoyoverse make a character that's not traumatized, who said that it's very hard for her to see characters in a relationship, like, you know, like shipping in Honkai Star Rail, because every single character is so broken and so traumatized that they need so much help to get to a point where they could have a functioning relationship. And I was like, damn, you know what? That's valid. I feel that. I understand that. And so now I just kind of look at all these characters and I'm like, they're trying their best, but they're all broken people who need help. And you know what? That's fine. I enjoy their existence. You know? I'm still gonna ship them anyway. But it makes so much more sense as to why fanfiction is like the rainbow of healing happens usually in fanfiction. I haven't read fanfiction in a while. I knew you would, Mario. I know you. Man, I don't fucking know what else. I literally... Okay, you might be right. Laucha might be the exception to the rule here. It's called fanfiction for a reason. Yes, we know. Yes, we know. I don't know. I'm so torn on this because... on what happened, because it was good. And I really enjoyed it. And I thought it was done really well. But I'm like, can you stop making me sad? I need to get the rolled up like magazine or newspaper again and be like, stop making me sad. I'm trying to enjoy the media. You haven't finished Penacony, so I'm not gonna spoil that for you. Maybe you should play through Penacony and find out for yourself. I am the lore keeper, and I will not spoil the lore for you just because you want to know what happened. You gotta play the fucking game. I mean, you're welcome to try and find which stream it is where it happens, I guess, in my VODs, but you won't do that. You want to know why you won't do that? That's work. That is work that you're gonna have to do unpaid, and I will give you no hints. So you're not gonna do it. You gotta play the game instead. Yes. Try. Play the game. No, you can't. Listen, our boss is gonna yell at you again. He's gonna be like, I will pay you to watch videos on the clock, and he's valid. That's right. You don't get paid to watch videos on the clock. It might be. I haven't gotten that far in ZZZ. Yeah. I told you. You get caught too easy. You can't do that shit at work. You get caught. You're not sly about anything. You always get caught by the boss. I remember that time you accidentally cut yourself and you tried to hide it from him. Everybody remembers that. Everybody remembers that. You wanna know why? Because I keep telling people. I keep reminding people of how you get caught so easy. When people see you go by and they go, what are you hiding? Because you're suspicious. You don't know how to not act suspicious. You've not mastered not acting suspicious. You are too obvious. Okay? Okay, not the newbies yet. There's... that hasn't come up in conversation yet. But when it does, they will know. All of the staff will know how you are not good at being suspicious. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. One of the newbies is older than you. Older than me, actually. And second of all, it's kind of hard to look cool when you're adorable. It's hard to look cool when you're an adorable little pink puff. It just looks like a, you know, looks like a pink marshmallow all the time. I didn't say that. I said that you can't act suspicious. I mean, you can't not act suspicious. I didn't insult you like that. I just said that you can't hide shit. That's the truth. Don't put words in my mouth. I'll backhand you. Take you to Suplex City. Actually, I'll make Mighty pick you up and take you to Suplex City. You won't recover from that one easy. Okay, I need to get out of this fucking noise. It's kind of driving me crazy. Let's go there. Let's go to Seal Slammers.
The wild wind carries with it the scent of rust.
Have you heard?
It waited just long enough for him to say that. So there's like I think the story was good. The problem is, like, as I was starting to get to the end there, and very specifically the debate scene, it was starting to lose me, and not because it wasn't interesting, but because it felt like there was so much going on. I couldn't comprehend, like, everything that was going on. Does that make sense? It's like they were throwing a lot at me, and they kind of needed to for the way the pacing is, to understand what's going to happen next. But me.exe stopped working there for a minute, and I feel like I missed something. We'll find out if I did later. I'll be like, I don't fucking remember that. But I do like how Finon was, like, Finon's speech was really good. And it really does expose him as a character. Like, it exposes him and his, motives a little bit more. I thought that was really good. Anaxa, a wise-ass piece of shit. I love him. I dare say, despite the fact that him and Al-Haytham are both, Sioux-coded, like, very literally, that they are very different characters. And I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy that they're not, like, cut and paste the same person. They're both very smart, and they're both kind of cocky. But while Al-Haytham kind of shows his gentler side more often, and Axa, it's like pulling fucking teeth to get him to be nice. Like, stop fucking fighting, be nice. And like, we're like, Al-Haytham teases people, like, and Axa literally is like, I'm gonna try and start a fight with you because I feel like it, you know? His daughter, Paimon. You're right. You're right. Paimon is his daughter now. He's adopted her. This whole thing, like, the whole thing with, like... Can I say, like... I can say that I'm a little disappointed that Castris didn't come back with us. But I also understand why it had to happen that way, and I think it's totally valid that that happened that way. You know, like, I'm not... Like, I'm upset, but not that upset. Yeah, no, Al-Haytham definitely is not the type of person who would seriously be mean. Like, I think Al-Haytham's a much gentler soul than, like, he tries to let on. I think he does it on purpose so that people don't bother him. Unlike Anaxa, who literally is like, fuck you. Like, he looks at Aglaya and goes, fuck you in particular. But I'm gonna help you anyway. But still, fuck you. Anaxa's insane, okay? I need you to stop making noises. Mighty. We'll switch to Lacha for a while. Lacha. We'll let him sit here. Okay, stare at him instead. That's Al-Haytham for you. Anaxa, completely insane. 10 out of 10. I love my crazy little man. The same way that I ended up liking Rekka. No, I can't listen to Mighty sip that fucking pomegranate juice anymore. Oh, Anaxa. Anaxagoras. Bro, what are you cooking? Like, he's still cooking! The thing is, whatever he cooked, man, it's gonna be hot and ready pretty goddamn soon. He's gonna cause such a problem. He's gonna cause all the problems. Also, I don't think I finished my sentence earlier. I'm not crazy, right? They did, in the trailer for 3.2, have Anaxa say the sky is fake, right? I remember that correctly, don't I? Please, validate me. I don't want to go back to the trailer right this second on stream. I don't feel like setting that up. Validate me. I kind of... What? How did I miss it? Where did I miss it? Because I've been hyping it up the whole time and then it didn't happen. They did. I expected him to do that in front of the crowd and he didn't, but he did do a crazy man laugh, so there's that. How come I don't remember? God damn it, this fucking information overload bullshit that happens. My brain. I both love and hate the way the story is told in these fucking games because it's really good, but also sometimes it's information overload. Yes. It's like the same. It's kind of the same thing Scaramouche did, but none of you saw it because I was the only one that played that event. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I get information overload a lot. You expect me to make videos? You expect me to sit there and think about it? I think the problem is I always want to do that. Lol. I'm gonna pull him anyway, because I love him. Anaxagoras is my little bastard child. A little bitch boy. I want him to make people angry. I like when I watch him make people who aren't me angry. Cause he's fictional, bitch. No, he's fake. What is wrong with you people? Cannot marry a fictional character. Besides, I think at this point, wow. I think at this point I am, if this is a thing I have to do, I'm morally obligated to marry Boot Hill, and you want to know why? Because he's the only character I have at E3. Like, an only limited character I have that high. I think I am obligated to make Boot Hill my wife. E3 S2, baby. I think I'm obligated at this point. Boot Hill, I think, as much as I love all these characters, right, I think for absolute no reason, absolutely god fucking no fucking reason, is Boot Hill my favorite character. I don't know if I can handle a gentleman, but I will try. I will try to handle the gentleman. He may kick my ass. Anyway, I cannot explain it. Somehow Boot Hill is my favorite character in this whole game. Despite the fact that I like so many characters. And I have an emotional attachment to so many characters. Somehow Boot Hill is my favorite. He like steamrolled everybody else and was like, I'm here. I'm a historically inaccurate cowboy and I am here. Boot Hill decided, right, that he was gonna come in like a wrecking ball and ruin my whole life. He stepped in here with his stupid shark teeth and his black and white hair, looking like a shark cowboy. The worst portrayal of a cowboy probably ever. Oh my god, cyborg cowboy. Came in here and he said, "Boom, baby. It's me, Boot Hill." E2 S1 Fushun. I mean, nothing compares. I don't know. I don't think so. But like, look at this, right? Right? Where are you? Where are you, sir? Wait, where are you? Where'd you go? Hey, Boot Hill. The fuck? Oh, there he is. Right? My guy. Like Kona S2. Okay? E3. E3 S2. Fucking Boot Hill. Maybe. I just like him. He's dumb. I was like, look at this man. He's stupid. I love it. It won't let me spin them around here. And let me do it here. Look at it. Look at this dumb. Look at this dumb man. Look at this stupid man. Wait. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Look at him. Look at him. Not the song. Not the song. Look at him. Look at him eat a bullet. Who does this? Who does this? Oh. Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Why is this one my favorite? I don't know, but he is. Yeah, so he has me in some kind of weird chokehold. I just don't understand it. But here we are. Nah. Listen. We're not doing another 10-hour stream. Man, like, at the end of a 4-hour stream, my ass hurts enough as is. Okay? I'm getting to that point. Where the booty cheeks don't cushion enough. The booty cheeks, the chair, not good enough. Feels like I'm sitting on rocks sometimes. And I finished all the story stuff. And we've had a nice little chat for a couple minutes. Oh, you know, that's true. A cyborg butt would not feel a thing. That is correct. Oh my gosh, the iron. Would I get the iron butt? That's from a SpongeBob episode too, isn't it? The iron butt. It's from our cartoon. I know it because I distinctly remember it. Do you like my cartoon knowledge? I do need to sleep. Eventually. And to be honest, I'm just kind of sitting here being silly. Which normally is okay. But I'm starting to space out. So you know what that means. I am in fact tired. Even if I don't feel tired. And it's not entertaining if I'm just sitting here staring into space. I guarantee it. Guarantee you will not enjoy that. So, I mean, some of you might. I can't judge, I guess. You know, to be honest with you, I asked that question too. Especially considering that his jacket is not even a full jacket. But they were like, for modesty's sake, he must wear pants. They were afraid. They were afraid of the fans. And honestly, me too. Me too. I'm scared. I'm scared of them. Trust. You can ask Mariana. Mariana's the kind of people I'm afraid of. Just waiting for her to say something. Mariana understands. She's the people I'm afraid of. She lolled at it too. I can't, but they still scare me. I'm allowed to be scared, okay? Stop trying to not make me scared. Okay, I'm scared. I said I'm scared. You see that? You got one thing on me. I'm scared. I'm scared of the fans. Wow, thanks for the Boot Hill line. There's only 2 types of people in this world. You kind of don't have to. You don't need to. You want to. You don't need to. There's a difference. Either way, I think we've had enough. I mean, I've definitely had enough. My brain is so overloaded with what just happened in Amphorius. It's like I need to sit here in silence and stare out into space and like completely digest what just happened before I can come back to it. It's kind of like when like weeks later when I come back with something in chat and I'm like, hey guys, I just thought of this. Like in our Discord server where like the other day I sent a message being like, it makes sense it makes sense that like wolves, the Borisin are wolves. That's not even feminism at that point. Because it's just equality, okay? It's equality. Okay. Let's see. Combat voices.
There's no reasoning with you bunch anymore. There are only two kinds of people in the world. Those with a loaded gun, and those who dig their own grave.
That's it. Go back to jail. Go. I'll get the bonk stick for you and everything. Anyway.
Let's duel. Fair and square. Bring it on, Forker.
Thank you for joining me on this last portion of 3.2 story for Amphorius. My mind blown. Brain sizzling. On fire. I need some time to process what just happened. Especially because Professor Anaxa came into my life and disappeared. Without a trace. I will catch you guys next time on whatever I end up streaming. Probably back to Soul Hackers finally. Am I ever gonna finish that game? I'll fucking figure that out eventually. In the meantime, remember, let's keep it trashy and keep it classy. Because if it's garbage, then it's just no good. And we are a trash can community. And we can welcome back to Honkai Star Rail when there's more story content to talk about. And I can be more exploded brain. Sizzling on the concrete like an egg being fried on the sidewalk. That's it for now, guys. Bye.